Welcome back to Wealth and Mobility Insights, the podcast where we dive into the wild world of finance, policy, immigration, and everything that makes the global economy tick. I'm your host, Sarah, and today we're tackling a shiny, intriguing topic, the Trump Gold Card. That's got everyone buzzing. Here to break it all down is our guest, Naitik Mehta, an immigration and finance expert from Toronto with years of experience. Welcome, Naitik.
Thanks, Sarah, for hosting me. I'm ready to dig into this golden mystery with you.
All right, let's get to it. For our listeners, the Trump Gold Card is a visa program floated by President Donald Trump in Feb 2025. It's pitched as a replacement for the EB-5 investor visa, offering a permanent US residency and a path to citizenship for a cool 5 million. Naitik, give us the scoop. What's the deal with this gold card and why is it causing such a stir?
Oh, it's a stir, all right, Sarah. The Trump Gold Card is essentially a high roller's ticket to the US. Unlike the EB5, which requires investors to put $800,000 to $1.05 million into a business that creates at least 10 US jobs, the Gold Card is a straight up $5 million payment to the government. No job creation required, just a big fat check. Trump's team says it will attract world class investors, generate revenue, and reduce the national deficit, and maybe even let companies sponsor top talents like foreign grads studying in top US universities. Commerce Secretary Mr. Howard Lutnick called the EB5 full of nonsense and fraud. So they are pitching this as a cleaner, pricier alternative.
5 million bucks? That's like buying a yacht and selling it straight to a green card. But seriously, how does this stack up against the other countries? Investment immigration programs. I mean, golden visas aren't new, right? Places like Portugal, Malta, and even Canada have had them. But what makes this Trump's gold card different from all of these other programs?
Great question, Sarah. Golden visas are indeed a global trend. Over 100 countries have some version, right from Malta's 700,000 euros residency program to St. Kitts and Nevis, offering citizenship for as low as $250,000. What sets the gold card apart is its jaw-dropping price. $5 million is one of the most expensive in the world, rivaled only by programs like Singapore, which offers at $7.5 million. Another big difference, most golden visa programs tie the investment to specific economic activity, like investing in real estate, creating jobs, or government bonds. The EB5, for example, is all about jobs. But the gold card, as proposed, seems to be a direct payment to the US Treasury with no strings attached on how the money is going to be used. That's unusual and frankly a bit murky.
Murky is right. It's like handing over a suitcase of cash and saying, make me resident, pretty please. Okay, let's talk about how this could actually work. Trump's team says it will roll out pretty fast by the end of April 2025, though we're still waiting on details. How do you see this being implemented? And could something like this, something like government bonds, be an interesting option to make it kind of more structured?
Implementation is the $1 million question, or I guess $5 million one. The EB5 is run by US Citizenship and Immigration Services, so the gold card would likely go through them with heavy vetting to ensure applicants aren't, say, laundering money. Trump, however, claims it doesn't need congressional approval. Very soon we'll come to know. Now, government bonds as an option, that's a fantastic idea and could give the program some structure. Countries like Bermuda and Hungary have used bonds in the golden visa programs. Investor buy bonds, essentially lending money to the government, which could fund infrastructure or reduce the debt. It's a win-win situation. The US gets capital and the investor gets residency without the hassle of starting a business.
Bonds. Okay, hold up, Naitik. Let's hit pause for our listeners who might be thinking bonds like James Bond. Okay, can you break down what government bonds are and how they actually work? Maybe with a fun twist to keep it engaging?
Not quite like 007. But bonds can be pretty thrilling in their own way. Think of a government bond as an IU from Uncle Sam. You lend the government money, say $5 million for a gold card by buying a bond. In return, they promise to pay you back that amount after a set period, say 5, 10, or 20 years, plus some interest. It's like loaning your rich aunt money for her yacht, except the US government is less likely to ghost you. The interest rate or coupon is your reward for trusting them with your cash. Bonds are considered super safe, because the US government backs them. And they are a common way countries fund things like road, infrastructure, schools, or in this case, maybe a shiny new visa program. For the gold card, you could buy a bond, get your residency, and eventually get your money back with a little something extra, assuming the program structured in that way.
I love it. It's like betting on the US economy and getting a green card as a bonus prize. Okay, so if bonds were a part of the gold card, how would that compare to, say, the Bermuda's program where bonds are already an option?
Bermuda is actually a great example, Sarah. Their program requires $2.5 million investment, and government bonds are an option. You buy the bond, hold it for a set time, get residency with the promise of the money back plus interest. The gold card would work similarly, but at $5 million. It's double the price, and the US might offer a fastest track to citizenship, something which Bermuda doesn't do. The catch: Bermuda's program is transparent about where the money goes, like their stinking fund or debt repayment. With the gold card, however, we don't know if the $5 million just vanishes in Treasury's black hole or funds something specific. That lack of clarity could make investors nervous compared to more structured programs.
A black hole of cash? That sounds like my last trip to Vegas. Okay, let's get interesting. What's the craziest thing about this gold card idea? I mean, Trump even said that the Russian oligarchs might even qualify. What's the most intriguing or, let's say, risky part of this for you?
The Russian oligarch comment was pure Trump cool, throwing a grenade at you and then walking away. The craziest part for me is the potential for abuse. Golden visa programs worldwide have been criticized for letting corrupt folks buy their way in. And the gold card's lack of job creation or clear fund allocation raises those red flags. If it's just a $5 million play to play with loose wedding, or you could see money laundering or security risk. On the flip side, the intrigue is the sheer ambition. Trump's talking about selling 10 million cards to wipe out the deficit. To me, that's over optimistic, in my opinion. But even if a fraction of that happens, say 2 million people buy, it could flood the US with capital. Risky? Yes. Intriguing? Absolutely.
That's some bold vision. Classic Trump style, right? All right, let's close it out. If you were advising Trump's team, what's the one move you'd recommend to make the gold card a total game changer?
I would say structure it like a bond-based program with crystal clear rules. Let investors buy $5 million in US Treasury bonds, guarantee their money back with interest, and spell out exactly how the funds are going to be used. Are they going to be used for reducing the deficit, for creating infrastructure, or whatever you want? Transparency builds trust, attracts legit investors, and shuts down critics. Plus, it's a flex. Buy your bonds, get a green card, and make America great.
Naitik, you've made this golden mystery a total blast to unravel. Thanks for joining us. And folks, if you want to keep up with the gold card saga, follow Wealth and Mobility Insights with Gallant and Tool. Until next time, keep your wallets curious and your dreams shine.
Thank you, Sarah. I had a blast.